and I have taken questions which are from percentage change. So before we start, please everyone mark your presence. Be quick and please everyone mark your presence. Okay, so let's start. Right. Now, in case of uh, if you are interested in joining Gradeup, Gradeup is offering you flat 40% fee waiver. You need to use the code LIGHT40, right? So if you want to get trained from 100 percentilers or 99.9 plus percentilers, then you can avail a fee waiver of 40% straightways. You just need to use the code LIGHT40. If you have any doubt on your mind and you want yourself to be counseled, you can call at this given number, right? So the number I am again mentioning it here, it is 96500 52904. So we will assist you in all your queries, whatever you have related to your career, related to different exams you can appear in, right? Each and everything will be answered if you will give us a call, right? If you want to subscribe directly, enroll into a batch for any MBA program, right? You can use code LIGHT40. Good evening. Good evening. So when you subscribe for CAT, please keep in mind all CAT 2021 students are supposed to subscribe for 18 months program. 6 months and 3 months program are available for only and only CAT 2020 students, right? When you enroll for Gradeup Super, it will give you unlimited access to all the structured live courses and mock test. So please keep in mind they are not recorded classes, all are live courses, all are live classes. The way you are attending it right now, it's a live class. Full syllabus coverage will be there. Each and every topic is covered thoroughly. Our comprehensive course has foundation program wherein we start from very basic and we take you to the level of the exam. Complete doubt resolution is there. Now, doubts are resolved in three manners, right? One would be you can post your doubt on doubt forum. You can ask your doubt in the live class, right? Along with it, whatever doubts you have still left, there is a dedicated live doubt classroom session. So please keep it in mind. There is a dedicated live doubt classroom session, right? Wherein you can ask all your queries without fail, right? All the faculty members are expert and are having 99.9 plus percentile in their respective area. For each and every sectional test and mock test you will appear in, you will be getting your performance card which you can track. There will there will be a proper attendance management system as well, which will keep you informing what all classes you have attended and what all you have missed, right? So that you can have access to recorded live classes also, right? So all the live courses, all the live classes are recorded for the purpose of revision, or if you have missed a class, you can always attend the very same class so that you are running parallel to your batch. So let's move on to question number one. Here it says, yesterday Rohan had 40% more CDs than Karan. Today Rohan gave 20% of his CDs to Karan. Now which of the following is true? Rohan has more CDs or Karan has more CDs, or both are having same number of CDs. In order to solve such a question, you can always assume few numbers. So we are given a relation between Rohan and Karan, and statement says Rohan had 40% more CDs than Karan. So let's assume if Karan had 100 CDs, Rohan must be having 140 CDs. Now Rohan gave 20% of his CDs to Karan. So 20% of 140 is 28. So 28 will be subtracted out of this and will be added to Karan. Now Rohan is having 140 minus 28, which are 112 CDs, and Karan is having 128 CDs. So we can straightway say that today Karan has more CDs than Rohan. A very simple question can be solved by assuming a number. You need not get into unnecessarily choosing variables in these cases, right? Although if you have taken x also, right, your value set finally is going to be the same. But numbers will give you a quick response, right? Numbers will take lesser time as compared to variables. I hope this question is clear to each and every student. If you have a doubt, please let me know. If any student has a doubt, please let me know. A very easy question on percentages. Okay, so let's move on. Good job. Here it says y is 80% greater than x. So again, going by the same logic, let's assume a value of for x which is going to be, let's say, 100. And if y is 80% greater than x, so y must be 180. Then x is what percent less than y? So answer comes out to be 100 minus 180, which is minus 80, divided by 180 into 100. So 0 and 0 get cancelled out. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 9 is 18. So 400 by 9 comes out to be 44 whole 4 by 9%. So guys, please check it out. Another very easy and standard question. Right, Priya, good job. Right, another very easy and standard question which is being asked in a lot of exams. Right. So we can also build a basic concept here. So in any case, if it is given to me that there is a value which is a% more than the other value, if you don't want to assume and if you want to remember a small expression, you can also do it. If this number is a% more than this, then this number will be a upon 100 plus a% less than that value, right? So just to convert it to percent, we need to multiply it with finally by 100. Otherwise, this will be a fractional value which can always be converted to percentage, right? So here he says y is 80% greater than x. So if a is 80, it comes out to be 80 upon 180. I rather shall not get into assuming values also. It straightways give me answer very quickly. Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. Here it says in a stockpile of products produced by 3 machines M1, M2, M3, 40% and 30% were manufactured by M1 and M2 respectively. So if M1 manufactures 40%, M2 manufactures 30%, which adds up to 70. So remaining 30% must have been produced by machine 3. So let's assume the total number of products that are being produced are 100 in number. So machine 1 is producing 40, machine 2 30, and machine 3 is also producing 30. 3% of the products of M1 are defective. So 3% of 40 comes out to be, so better is let's take it as 1000. So that will make our job even easier. So 3% of 400 comes out to be 12. 1% of M2 are defective, which is 3, while 95% of M3 are not defective. If 95% are not defective, it means 5% are defective, which adds up to 15. So what is the percentage of defective products in the stockpile? So we just need to add these 3, which adds up to 30. So 30 out of 1000 are defective. In order to convert it to percentage, just divide 30 by 1000 and multiply by 100. All 3 zeros get cancelled out. So answer comes out to be 3%, which is answer option A. So please check it out. If any student has a query in this, I will answer it. Otherwise, we will move on to next question. Is it done? Okay, so let's move on. So in question number 4, he says a student took 5 papers in an examination where the full marks were the same for each paper. His marks in these papers were in the proportion 6 is to 7 is to 8 is to 9 is to 10. In all papers together, the candidate obtained 60% of the total marks. Now, a ratio among values is given to me, but not values. So we can always assume if this value is 6x, this must be 7x, 8x, 9x, and 10x. And these 5 values add up to 10 plus 6 is 16, 9 plus 7 is 16, 32 plus 8 is 40x, which is equivalent to 60% of total marks. So can I say, guys, total marks comes out to be 40x divided by 60%. So 100 goes in the numerator, 0 and 0 get cancelled out. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, results in 200 upon 3x, which is the sum of maximum marks of all the 5 exams. As it is given to me that maximum marks or full marks for all the papers is same, so this 5m is equivalent to 200 by 3x. So if 5m equal 200 by 3x, so can I say m equals 5 times 4 is 20, 40 by 3x. So we got maximum marks for each and every paper now. Then the number of papers in which he got more than 50% marks. So 50% of 40 by 3 is half of it, which is 20 by 3x. And 20 by 3x we can say is 6.67x. So in how many exams value was more than 6.67? So answer comes out to be these 4 exams. So the correct answer option is C. Guys, please check it out. If the values are given to you in ratios, good job, Priya. How we have to convert it to a number by just inserting a variable x here, right? Although if you would have taken 6 7 8 9 10, still it will not make any difference, right? So if you want to use x, you can use x for better clarity, and that will also ensure that you do not fall into any trap while solving such a question. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Okay, so let's move on to next. In 50 says the price of a Maruti car rises by 30% while the sales of the car come down by 20%. What is the percentage change in the total revenue? Now, first of all, we must understand the relation between revenue, price, and sales. So revenue equals price of the article multiplied by sales. If price rises by 30% and sales come down by 20%, we need to observe the percentage change because of these two on revenue. Now, please keep in mind, this is a case of successive percentage change. All right. So whenever you have product of two quantities equal to third quantity, and out of these two, if one of the value increases by A%, other decreases by B%, then the percentage change in revenue will be A minus B minus A into B upon 100. So we just need to put these values here. So it becomes 30 minus 20 minus 30 into 20 upon 100. So 0 and 0 get cancelled out. So 30 minus 20 minus 6 makes it 26, results in plus of 4%. So the correct answer option is increase of 4% in the total revenue. So it can be solved with the help of multiplying factors also. I can also say initially my revenue is P into S, and let's say the new revenue comes out to be, it increases by 30%, makes it 1.3P. It decreases by 20%, makes it 0.8S. So the new revenue will be equivalent to 1.3 into 0.8 comes out to be 1.04. and P into S I know is nothing but the R. So if a value becomes 1.04 times previous value, so the percentage increase will be 1.04 minus 1 into 100%, which again comes out to be 4%. So you can use any of the two methods to find your answer, right? So guys, please check it out. I hope the concept is clear. A very easy question. So whenever you see product of two values equal to third quantity, you can always use this concept. So in this case, we had an increase in one and decrease in other. Had there been a case when there is increase in both, in that case, the overall change in R will be A plus B plus AB upon 100. If both the values given to you decreases by A% and B%, then the overall change in R will be minus A minus B plus A into B upon 100. So all the three relations are interlinked. Just by learning one, you can use other two also. So this is the base of this, right? So if there is increase, all the values will be positive. One increase, one decrease, one of the value turns out to be negative. Both are decrease, both the values turn out to be negative. In the product, negative into negative will still be a positive quantity. Hi Jagdish, hello. Okay, so in question number 6, it says at the moment there are 54,210 tagged birds in a certain wildlife refuge. If exactly 20% of all the birds in the refuge are tagged, so 20% of 54210 are tagged. So the remaining will be 80% of 54210. He says what percent of the untagged birds, so out of this we have to find what percent of the untagged birds must be tagged so that half of the birds in the refuge are tagged. So half of these means 50% of 54210 must be tagged. 20% are already tagged. In order to reach the mark of 50%, we need to tag 30% of 54210. So question says this value is what percent of this value. In order to solve it, just divide the two values. And when you divide these two, 54210 get cancelled out. Results in 30 by 80, which is 3 by 8 into 100%, which comes out to be 37 whole 1 by 2. So 3 by 8 is 37.5%, right? So in these kind of cases, the most important part is do not solve for 20% of 54210. Right? Do not start multiplying like 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 4, 8. That 10,842 are tagged. It is of no use to me. You will find in many cases, values like this always get cancelled out. They play no role in finding your answer. Right? So the job was very quick here. So it comes out to be 37.5%. So please everyone check it out. I hope it is clear. Okay, so let's move on. Here he says if the price of sugar increase by 20% and Ram increases his expenditure on sugar only by 10%, by how much percent should he decrease his consumption? Again, here we need to build a relation between expenditure, price and consumption. So expenditure equal price into consumption. He says expenditure increases by 10%, price increases by 20%. So by what percentage consumption must be changed, right? So we just did a formula for this, that increase of 20 decrease of x gives me overall change of 20 minus x minus 20 into x upon 100, which given to me is equivalent to 10%. So we just need to simplify it. 20 into 5 is 100. So minus x by 5 adds up to, so 20 minus 10 is 10. So let's take this sum on the other side. So it is x plus x by 5, which is 6 by 5x. So x comes out to be 50 by 6, or it is equivalent to 100 by 12, we can say, which is 8.33%. So the correct answer option is B. So please check it out. It was 30 upon 80. In the previous question, it was 30 upon 80 because he is asking this is what percent of that value. What percent of the untagged birds must be tagged, right? So out of this value he is asking is what percent of this value. Is it done? Lalasa, is it done? So that is 30 upon 80, right? So let me write entire value. So it was 30% of 54210 upon 80% of 54210. So this get cancelled out. Percentage get cancelled out. 30 by 80 is 3 by 8. Right. So let's move on. So 8th is again the same. So here he says in 9th, in 2013, the number of girls attending DPS was equal to number of boys. So let's say if there are X boys, then there are X girls. So total number of students are 2X. In 2014, the population of girls and the population of boys both increased by 20%. So now the boys are 1.2x and the girls are also 1.2x, which means the total number of students now are 2.4x. So he says, which of the following could be the total population of DPS in 2014? So if I equate 2.4x to all these options one by one, so it is 4832. So can I say this entire value must be an integer? It cannot be a decimal value. And 2.4x is effectively 24 upon 10 into x, right? So we can cancel out 2 here, 2 5s are 10, 2 into 12. So that is equivalent to 12 by 5x, right? So if I solve it for x, x comes out to be 5 by 12 of 4832, or it is 5 by 12 of 5128, or it is 5 by 12 of 5076, or it is 5 by 12 of 5058. And the value of x cannot be in decimals because earlier there were x boys, x girls, right? So this 12 must cancel out this entire value. So in whatever option it is getting cancelled, that will be the answer. So 12 into 4 is 48, but 32 is not a multiple of 12. So this option is ruled out. 12 into 4 is 48. Leftover is 32. 12 2s are 24. Leftover is 88, which is not a multiple of 12. Here 12 into 4 is 48. Leftover is 27. 12 2s are 24. Leftover is 36. 12 3s are 36. This is a multiple of 12, which means 5076 can be the total number of students in the school. So please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Okay, so let's move on. Here it says a 14.4 kg gas cylinder runs for 104 hours when the smaller burner on the gas stove is fully opened. While it runs for 80 hours when the larger burner on the gas stove is fully opened. Which of these values are closest to the percentage difference in the usage of gas per hour of the smaller burner over the larger burner? Alright. So, in order to find the percentage of gas that is being used per hour, so can I say that this larger burner will take away entire gas in 80 hours? So in 1 hour, the consumption must be 1 by 80 of the total gas cylinder. And in this case, in 1 hour, the consumption must be 1 upon 104 of the total gas cylinder. Please guys check it out. Is it clear? So this is the consumption in 1 hour, right? So we just need to convert these values to percentage. So we can multiply it with 100 and that with also 100. So this much percent of gas is being used in 1 hour by smaller burner and this is being used by the larger burner. In order to find difference between these two, we can clearly see this will be a larger value, this is a smaller. So it becomes 100 by 80 minus 100 upon 104. In order to simplify, we can cancel out the common values, right? 0, 0 get cancelled out. 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. So it is 5 by 4 minus 4 get cancelled out here. 4 into 25, 4 into 26. So it is 25 by 26. So the LCM of 4 and 26 comes out to be 52. So 5 into 13 comes out to be 65. And here it must be 25 into 2, which is 50. So results in 15 upon 52. So 10% of the base is 5, 20% will be 10, right? So we can clearly see that my answer is going to be even more than 30%. 30% of the base will be around, not more than 30. So 30% of 52 will be 15.6. So it is very close to 30%. So the answer comes out to be option B, which is 30, because 26 will be much lesser. Is it done, guys? It's quite close to 30% of the base. All right. So the correct answer option will be B. Okay, so let's move on to next question. So there is something wrong with the answer. So it's not D, it's B. Okay, so here it says in the US opinion polls held during August, 60% of the respondents favored Clinton, while the balance favored Bush. So there are two opponents, Clinton and Bush. So out of 100 votes, we can say 60% favored Clinton and remaining 40%, which are 40, favored Bush. It was found in September polls that 10% of Clinton supporters switched their preference to Bush. So 10% of 60 is 6. So they switched their performance to Bush. Now these 6 will be favoring Bush. While the same percent of Bush supporters also switched their preference to Clinton. Now 10% of 40 is 4 and here 4 gets added, which gives us a new value as 60 minus 6 plus 4, which is 58. And here it is 40 plus 6 minus 4, which is 42 now. What percentage of the electorate should now switch their preference from Clinton to Bush so that they are at par? At par means this 100 must be divided equally between the two, which is 50-50. So now these 8 must switch their preference. Alright, so question says 8 is what percent of 100 such that the 2 becomes 50 and 50 each. So answer comes out to be 8%. So please check it out. I hope it is clear. Right. So guys, I am Ajay Sareen. I am Quant and LRDI trainer. So every year, more or less, I appear in CAT and I get all IAM calls. And my score is usually 100 percentile, 99.99 percentile kind of values, specifically in Quant and DI section. Right. So it's been 16 plus years I'm into teaching students, training students for various competitive exams like CAT, GMAT, GRE, right? So I will be teaching you for Quant and LRDI. So we are coming up with third batch for our comprehensive course. So enrollment has started and study plan will start on 9th of November. Please book the date. So if you want to start afresh in a new batch, so this is the batch you can get into. Another important announcement. So we have just started with Mission MBA, Testnet, CMAT, Maharashtra, CT and MAT 2020 course batch, whose enrollment start date is 2nd November and study plan is again going to start on 9th of November. Pranav, Jatin, Vikas, Vijay, Ashish, Savitri, all are your trainers. Pranav is a 100 percentiler, all other are 99.9 plus percentilers. So Sonojam, Anant, Ajay Sareen, it's me, Tapesh, Vikrant. So we four are 100 percentilers. Sonojam is a 99.8 percentiler. Saral is a 100 percentiler. Anurag is a 99.96 percentiler. So we all are going to train you for your CAT journey. So we all wish you very best. Please keep practicing topic wise quizzes, keep attending live classes. If you have any query, you can always ask us. We will be more than happy to help you. So you can note down the contact number of the counselor and you can call us anytime in the working hours. So right now there is a fee waiver going on of 40% for the to access the same. Please use the code LIGHT40. Right. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll catch up with you in next session tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.